The housing market is going through a big change right now, and I'm going to give you all the information you need to know so when you go and either buy or sell a house, you're fully prepared. Now, instead of just giving you kind of anecdotes, I want to go over some data of some of the bigger areas around St. Mary's and Calvert County where a lot of people are choosing to move to. So I'm going to go over some data from Redfin. Redfin is a home listing site, but they also have a great data part of their data analysis part of their website. And I actually find it really helpful when I'm looking at markets around the area. And today what we're going to start with is one in St. Mary's County, and it's going to be Leonardtown. Now, I just put it up on the screen now, and what we're going to focus on is basically what the housing market is doing in Leonardtown right now compared to year over year last year. Now, one of the things I've noticed is that the median sales price of homes has increased. It's went up 6.3% year over year. That's higher than inflation, which was around 3 to 5%, and that's higher than the moving average for home sale or home price increases in the area. Now, I also have noticed that inventory has continued to go down and there's been less home sales. So we have 13% less homes sold last year than this year. And the median days on market have actually dropped as well. Now, I was kind of shocked when I read all these because I have noticed a slowdown somewhat, like I said, because of the interest rates. But then again, this is Leonardtown. This is one of the most desirable districts, or school districts in St. Mary's County. And a lot of people are choosing to move to this area. So when we're getting PCSing, we're getting people moving here. This is an area they're choosing to move to. And that competition is real. So that kind of goes with what I'm seeing right here on Redfin. It's saying it's a very competitive area with the score of 73, but there are some kind of cracks, competitive kind of landscape that was there. The biggest one that I'm seeing is the sales to list price. You can see it actually says it's down 1.5 points. So before it was averaging out that basically every single house was averaging out over list price that it was selling. And now we're seeing it's actually dropping below that sales to list price. And only 37.9% of homes are actually selling over list price. And that's a 14% drop from this time last year. So what I'm seeing, it is still competitive. But that being said, California, Maryland is the next one we're going to look at. And it's not too far off of Leonardtown. Just like Leonardtown, it's seeing median sales price increases, actually 16% over the last year, 16.5%. It also has seen less homes sold, and this is a little bit different compared to Leonardtown. Homes are actually sitting longer in California, Maryland, 6 days compared to last year. Now, going down here to that demand index, don't be surprised if this demand is almost exactly the same. And honestly, these numbers are pretty similar. So the sales to list price is 100%. So that's a little bit less than what it was last year, but still 100% is, saying it's a very competitive market. 43% of homes are actually selling over list price in California, Maryland, which is an increase from last year, and it's higher than Leonardtown as well. So if you're looking in California, Maryland, you may have to go over asking price to get that home more often than you would in Leonardtown. Next is one of the lowest price markets in all of St. Mary's County, and it's going to be Lexington Park. So Lexington Park has not seen the median sales price increase as much as Leonardtown or as much as California. It has stayed pretty static in the amount of homes that are being sold year over year, and the median days on market have grown by 3 days. Going down here though, it still says it's a very competitive market, which was kind of surprising to me because for me in Lexington Park, I haven't seen that with the buyers I've been working with, but I'm guessing there's some other areas of the Lexington Park that have really been driving this competitiveness. If you look the sales to list price, 100.8%, and that is a 1.3 increase year over year. And then the home sold above list price is 43%, which is right around California, but that is a decrease from last year. So again, I'm seeing almost the same thing. All three of these areas are seeing moderate or very competitive situations for homes. But I think you got a chance right now of not having to pay over asking price. You can definitely ask for inspections and things like that too. So while it is competitive, I do think there's much more of a foothold for buyers to have some leverage compared to before when it was just basically, it was the seller's way or no way at all. And the last zip code I'm going to talk about today is Lusby. So Lusby is a town over the bridge, over the Solomons Island Bridge. And sometimes people choose to live there instead of St. Mary's County just because it's a little bit more affordable. So let's go ahead and see if that affordability kind of drives up demand. So looking over the data here, you can see that of all the places, Lusby has seen the slowest year-over-year median sales price growth at 3.5%. They've seen an increase in homes sold, which in the other areas we didn't see that. And then they also saw a decrease in the year-over-year median days on market by 3 days. Going down to the competitive score down here, it's still a very competitive market, but the sales to list price aren't above 100% like some of the other markets we're going to. This is telling me that you got a pretty good chance of finding a home in here and maybe not having to pay over asking price. But that being said, 45.4% of homes that are on the market actually sell for over list price. It's going to be interesting to see what the next few months bring in the housing market, because I'm really curious to see how the interest rates dropping really affects the prices of the home and the sale to list price and all that kind of stuff. And if we're just going to see more competition and it's going to go back to 2022, or are a lot of you sellers out there going to get off the sidelines and sell your homes because that lower interest rate is close enough to what you were paying before and you're ready to move up? Whether you bought a really small house during COVID and now you need something bigger, or maybe you're tired of your neighbors and you want to move on. I'm curious to see what's going to happen on the buy side with these lower interest rates and on the sell side as well. So I'll keep you guys posted on the housing market down here in Southern Maryland. If you have any questions or anything you want to say, use those comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. And look, I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.